scintillating death castle. One Halloween night, Lisa, Laura, me, and Susie went trick-or-treating. Bad grammar. All of a sudden, it started to rain. Boy, was it pouring. We found an old castle. It was real spooky. Susie said, "Boy, it's spooky." Thank you, Captain Obvious. We were scared, but we all went in. We were wet through our costumes. Yo, this is not porn, y'all. This is not 50 Shades of Bray. Our jeans and shirts and shoes were the only things wet. See? I went upstairs and found a bedroom. It was a 17th century one. I am the most pretentious 5th grader ever. Like, it's the 17th century one, y'all. I know these things. I found some closets. In them, I found some old 17th century dresses. Pretentious times 2. I don't like dresses, though, so I found an old nightgown and put it on, because I was cold, in case you were worried. Then I found the others. They had found some nightgowns, too. I went to my bedroom, and the others went to their bedrooms. It's still not porn, y'all. About 12 o'clock, Lisa heard a moan and a scream. She ran and slept with Susie. I was on the edge of puberty. I had feelings. A few minutes later, I heard footsteps, screams, and shrieks. I ran and slept under Laura's bed. If a zombie apocalypse happens, I am food because this is my defense mechanism.
50 Shades of Bray.
It was 12:30 when it happened. At 12:30, the floor under me opened up and I fell down a slide. This exact thing happens in diviners. I didn't know where I was. Then a vampire came up and grabbed me. I screamed. I started running. Then I grabbed some dirt and threw it in his eyes. I'm so glad to see that I finally know how to fight back. I hid in the fireplace. Now we're back to the hiding. Little did I know that Lisa was hiding in a chandelier from a witch. Susie was hiding behind some curtains from Frankenstein. And Laura was hiding in a piano from Dr. Frankenstein. At least I know the difference. The vampire caught me and put me in this weird machine, like he's making bread. Then the others got caught and put in different machines. Then Dr. Frankenstein said, "You have entered the castle of the great witch and warlock. For that you shall be punished." Somebody was reading a little Narnia. Then our clothes turned to rags and we tried to get out. Laura disappeared. Lisa turned into a dog. Susie turned into a cat. And I started falling. No narrative sense whatsoever. I kept hearing this horrible laughing. Then I landed. There was Laura. We were in the ancient Roman times. There was Cleopatra. Sometimes when people say, you know, your stories go where I don't expect them to go, I come by it honestly, y'all. I'm just messed up. She got us and made us work. We stayed there a year. One day we fell in a hole. There was that horrible laughing again. We landed in the 16th century, which is not the 17th century, y'all. I know these things. I'm just saying. We had to work in a dungeon for a year. Then we fell in another hole and landed in the tower of the castle. If you are ever stuck on your story and you don't know what to do, just have people fall in holes. We found Lisa and Susie and turned them back into themselves. Then we found Dr. Frankenstein's lab and found Dawn Pistol. He cut off her head. I should mention that Dawn Pistol was very mean to me in 5th grade. Dawn Pistol started after us. She almost killed us, but she fell and died. I got 99 problems, but Dawn Pistol ain't one. Then we found Terry Lynn, but she was dead. The old mummy had cut her up into pieces and left her to rot for dinner. Then we found Fifi, but her heart was cut out. Wouldn't you worry about me at this point? I'm just saying. Then a vampire bit Susie. Susie was a vampire. Quelle surprise. But Susie fell on a stake and died. Lisa got caught by a werewolf, and he tore her up to death. Laura and I ran and ran. We ran into the palace room. It's starting to sound like the David Tennant episode of Doctor Who. There was the great witch and warlock. They were asleep, so we took a look at their thrones. Like, that's what you would do. You know, oh my gosh, the villains are asleep. Let's check the thread count. What do you think, 600? Egyptian cotton? So nice. We ran for hours. We ran down some stairs. We fell into an elevator. This is my favorite part. It went up and up and up and up. Then it went down and down and down and down, in case you were confused about the physics of elevators. I looked back, but Laura wasn't there. I walked around for hours. Then I fell asleep. I slept for 4 years. Then I woke up. I walked a while. Then I sat down, just like my grandmother narrating her day. Then I had some Danish. It was a little dry. It's not the same since Sydney left Wolf's. I heard a strange and scary noise. I followed it into a strange room. There was a light up ahead. I followed it. When I got there, I saw Laura in a large tube with light inside. At first, I thought she was dead or was mad at me. Those are the options. Oh my God, I'm so glad you're just dead because I thought you were mad at me and stuff. But then I could see that she was in a trance. A glass door opened and Laura fell out. She snapped out of it. What happened? I asked. Someone grabbed me and hypnotized me, she said. We started running. Then we started walking. My inherent laziness always comes through. Up ahead, I could see a light. We walked toward it. We crawled through a hole. There's the hole again. We were in front of the castle. We started running. Then we stopped. There were Susie, Dawn, Fifi, Lisa, Terry, Lynn, and Julianne. We walked back to the castle, but we were too scared, so we went to the police and told them about it. Like this might have been an option on page 1. Oh, right, police. They went, but nobody was there. That night, all 8 of us did some investigating. We found all the people that had been bugging us. They were some bank robbers we had seen in the paper 2 weeks ago, and now we have a police procedural. Crossover. We figured their loot must be hidden here. We started looking for it, and then we found it. It was under a pillow. Softest bank robbers ever. The bank robbers found us and started chasing us. We knocked 2 of them out. Then we ran into a dark room that was filled with pies, hoses, and water. You know, in the 17th century castle, just the old pies, hoses, and water room. We hooked the hoses up to the water and grabbed some pies. Lisa said, "Ready, aim." This is the only suspense in the whole thing, y'all. They came in. Fire! We threw pies in their faces and squirted water on them. They took some pies and threw them at us. We started chasing them down the steps, throwing pies at them. Just then, the police came and took them. This one policeman said, "You all scat. This is no place for girls to play." We were so mad, we started throwing pies at them. We spent the next couple of hours in jail. That seems like an accurate prediction of my life. Thank you for enduring that.